Welcome to Module Number 1. In Module Number 1, we're going to lay the foundation for our ethical journey for the DNP program. So we're starting out with our leadership outcomes as well as the specific objectives for this module. So we're going to focus on ANA's Code of Ethics. We're going to look at ethical ramifications. We're going to be examining emerging trends, including genetics and genomics. We're going to start thinking about even the end of this course and looking at your possibilities for a vision, mission, and value statement, and using those key ethical principles that you'll be learning about in this module will be fundamental as you move forward to create that very crucial vision and mission and value statement for you and for your practice as you move forward. So we're also going to examine many of the authoritative documents within ethics, and that will help you and serve as resources for you as you again grow through your practice. So we're starting out with thinking about your thinking, and we're starting out with the focus on mentorship. And as DNP prepared nurses, you will be seen as mentors for folks, and you will be someone that may serve to guide other nurses and guide their ethical leadership practice as well. And one concept to consider is actually ethical professional role development and how we as nurse leaders can help lay the foundation for ethical practice for the nurses that we work with, and how we can influence others in maintaining ethical practice. So as we take a look at the module itself, we're going to start out with our introductions, and our introductions need to be done by Wednesday. So make sure that you have those introductions done. Just an overview of yourself. You're going to share something that's meaningful to you, a value statement, a saying, or a quote that is meaningful to you in the context of ethics. So really think long and hard about it. What are your guiding forces in your life, and what has influenced you? What would you like to share with your classmates? In addition, you will be sharing something about yourself that you feel would be helpful for your classmates to know as we move forward in our discussion. So be very thoughtful about your introduction and really think about how you practice and what's very meaningful to you when you establish that initial quote. We'll be diving into forum, our first official forum, and our discussions in Module 1 as well. And we will be getting started with that. And also, we will be finishing up reading Rebecca Skloot's book, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. So please proceed with doing so. You will be reading 2 chapters in your Grace textbook, and again, remember that this is the foundation as you move forward in this course. So you want to pay special attention to some of those especially pertinent key ethical principles and concepts. So not only knowing what they are, but using the words appropriately so that you can, again, spread that practice, spread that ethical practice that's so important in healthcare. We'll also be looking at the Code of Ethics with interpretive statements, and there are some guides within the module for you that will help you to really dive into the Code of Ethics. And of course, the genetic and genomics will be part of our discussions as well in our forum. So you will find that you have in module number 1 that you'll have the Code of Ethics for nurses with interpretive statements, and know that there are outlines on the different provisions to help guide you in learning more about, or maybe a deeper dive into the Code of Ethics. So just know that they are embedded here within the course as well. And all of the materials here are for your assistant. Also, the readings are listed for your GRACE textbook. And you will find the document that is the blueprint for the 21st century nursing ethics. And this will be part of one of the options in the forum as well. And I want you to really examine the summary and think about how it relates to your practice and what your thoughts are about that summary. And we have the ANA's genetic and genomic competencies for nurses. And again, at the DNP level, there's a higher level of expectation as far as the understanding and conceptualization of the application of genetics and genomics in practice. And it's becoming a more and more prevalent trend. And it really is deeply embedded within practice. So again, the resource is here for you, and please do dive into this resource. You'll also find information about All of Us research, and this is a foundational research program that is really trying to get a good overview, so to speak, of especially some of those underrepresented populations, getting that genetic background and learning more about human beings. And what they're looking for is having a very large population, large group, large pool of volunteer participants to provide to some of that genetic information that is so valuable when we're looking at developing new medications, all kinds of facets of medicine. And again, very often our background is in some of the very select populations and isn't well represented within some of our vulnerable populations. So it's really important to get a really broad pool of information to build our practice upon. And one thing I want you to start thinking about as you're examining the All of Us research project is think in the concept of ethics as far as having this large amount of genetic information and the risks that are involved as far as having that big data and having that access out there, and the potential for breaches, as well as can folks who are maybe not highly health literate truly understand the potential consequences of having their genetic information out there and what the risks are involved. So I want you not only take a look at face value of this is a very valuable program, but there are also aspects to consider as high level functioning professionals, what we need to consider and what we need to let the people that we serve know about as far as that informed consent concept and some of those other factors that are deeply embedded within having huge pools of genetic information. So keep that in mind as you're taking a look at this particular program. There are great values, and then there are some consequences. So think about those factors as you're examining. So also, just a reminder to finish up reading within module number 1, your book on Henrietta Lacks, because that will be part of our forum as we move forward. So then we'll go into the content folder, and you will find that there are some resources that are here for you that will help you in your forums and may help you with your future assignments. So please take a look at the resources that are embedded here for you. They are here for you to use for your benefit and for your expanded growth. So just know that the materials are here for you as resources, and you can use these resources as a reference in your forums as well. So if you have any questions or concerns about the module itself, please let me know, and I look forward to sharing this very first module with you.